to hear about the camp. Okay. So I think is this the first ever in-person training we've done for camp cards?
No, we did it before, but we did not have this much success in the room.
Okay, so thank you all for coming out. This will be the easiest fundraiser that you guys do. It sells itself. Some of you are popcorn kernels. God bless you for coming to this, because I know that you guys have had a long season and this is easy. Okay. My name is Pam Samples. I was the council popcorn kernel last year, will be so again this year. I took on camp cards this year, don't know why, but I do believe that you guys all will have some new scouts coming in. They will not have a way possibly to fund your year. This is a really super easy way to do it. Okay, so all right, we can go to the first slide. So how many have ever sold camp cards before? Okay, so a few of you. Did you have some good success? A little bit? Okay. So this year, what we are doing tab breakoffs. Those are a one and done. Okay. For Princess Anne, we've got Tractor Supply Company, and we've got we've got the Bundt Cake, and we've got Harris Teeter. That in itself pays for itself right off the bat. So yes. With Albemarle, they've kind of got their own card. They've got their own fun world down there, and they are rocking it. But it sells itself. And so the one and dones are the ones that pop off. And then the other ones that are on there are ones that can be reused again. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. So camp cards, $10. The unit commission is 50%. Pretty easy, right? Sales dates starting tomorrow. If you want to sell some tonight, feel free. We're not gonna, not gonna get in trouble. June 14th is the end date. This is a council sponsored fundraiser. And what that means is the money earning report that you guys would do for other things like car washes and that, you don't have to turn it in, okay? Because we know you're out there selling. If you sign up tonight, we'll know which units are selling and we're all good. We know what it's all about. The payments and the return deadline, this is the big key number date, is June 14th. Okay, so we need to either have cash in hand or cards in hand equaling what you've checked out. Okay, so say for instance you sell $1,000 in camp cards. What we're expecting to see back from that is 500. You get to keep the other 500. Okay, if you have two extra $200 extra tickets left over, just return them back. There's no penalty for that. Okay.
All pieces have to be returned to, though. If they have a break off, it has to have all the pieces.
Yeah, make sure that the kids aren't bending them, because if they break off, that's going to be considered one of your sold ones. So they're pretty stout though. I've been counting them in the back. I didn't break any off. So, but just let the kids know that. Okay, so let's kind of put this into perspective. Like when you sell camp cards, what would we equal? So $24 in camp cards is $5 or 5 camp cards sold. Okay, so that would be a Cub Scout family camp. Guns and Grilling would be 8 cards sold, and you'd have that paid off. Day camp is 27. I think that's pretty easy right there. Summer resident camp, 76 cards. Okay, so this is considered our camping fundraiser. Does it have to be used for camping? No, but when people say, what am I buying this for? Some kind of camping event would be great. Then they know that the kids are going out and doing stuff. So each unit will kind of decide how they want to do it. We're not telling units how to go ahead and do it. But it is particularly focused on camping. Okay. All right. So where can we sell? Anybody set up any booths last year to sell any camp cards? Okay. That might be a way you can do it. Do work, church, sporting events, PTA functions, or door to door. Door to door is pretty good. If you can get into a neighborhood that maybe you know a few people. Any other suggestions for those who have sold before, what you did?
I will say the sales booths Tractor Supply is on both cards. It's a great place
Mhm.
right there. They get $5 off of a $25 purchase. If you're going into Tractor Supply, you're probably spending $25. So they get half of the card price back just by walking in.
Mhm.
So standing out in front of, and Tractor Supplies typically will work with you to allow you to do that.
Yeah, so, you know, with Tractor Supply being on there, you think it's typically a farming kind of store, like I wouldn't typically go there. They have a lot of pretty stuff in there. They've got, they've got, you know, deer, they've got, you know, everything.
Home
in there.
gardening.
You can find $10 to spend in there easy, and that's what that coupon's for. So, yeah, but I mean, Tractor Supply Company has been a great supporter for our other sales, so that might be a good location. You could maybe contact Lowe's and see if they'll let you. Yeah, so, and any other ideas for camp cards? No? Okay.
Yeah, from nothing but bonus.
All right, we can go next one. All right. All right, so today, if you would like to go ahead and sign up for the camp cards, we have a contract here. And basically, it's just gonna say you're gonna sell camp cards. All monies and cards will go through the district executive. We do have camp card chairs in every district. They can field questions. They can go ahead and help out at roundtables to get announcements out. I see one of them here, Jen, is for Princess Anne. Thank you, Jen, for doing that. Yay. We have got Liz Schweigel for Three Rivers. Scott Gilmore, I believe, is going to do Bayside. And Christy, what's your girl's name?
Julie Rosa.
Thank you. Okay. So we have got district chairs in all. If you have a question, ask the district chair and she or he can help you out with that. Okay. All right. So district roundtables are going to be the key place to get your cards, to pay money. If for some reason you cannot make roundtable and nobody from your unit can represent you at roundtable, please get up with your district executives to go ahead and coordinate that. So like I said, the sale begins February 1st. And on June 14th, it ends. And so that's returning any money or unsold cards and a final payments due. So we just want the sale to end then. There's no end of sale. You know, it's done. So we want you guys to get a little bit of break before popcorn, but hopefully this will help the kids that are planning on doing summer camp that have not raised money for popcorn. Okay. All right. Any questions yet? Yeah.
Wes, since you're looking at the cards, when's the expiration date of the?
I believe it's New Year's.
So the break-offs are 12/31 of this year, and that's just their corporations.
Yep.
Their year
12/31.
ends here. The ones on the backside are 3/31 of 24.
3/31.
The continual use ones.
Okay, so we'll talk about the backside in a minute. Okay. All right. All right, so we do have tools for you. We will have a leader's guide online. You guys know how to get to popcorn online? Okay. We'll have to pull that up too. We will have the sales flyers. We'll have the contract also and the spreadsheet to track your sales. So it's a PDF, but it populates like the amount across the board. So it's really, really good. We also have some stuff here for you to take.
And I have that on here. We can show them.
Okay. You want to do that now? Okay, I'm gonna pass this up. You want to tell them how to do that?
So it is online, and I'll show you where to get this stuff on our website, but it's pretty self-explanatory here. You're gonna see the scout's name up there. Obviously, the quantity of cards they get, then you can put in what they return, and that'll equal the total cards they sell. And these are macros on that far right, so it will populate for you. You don't even have to do it. And then down here at the bottom, all these are macros as well, so this just populates for you. So as long as you put in the youth, the cards that they sell as they go and subtract out, it'll calculate for you. So you don't even have to really do any of the thinking. The money is what you need from them for the cards that they sold on this portion right here. And then down here at the bottom, it tells you exactly what we need here at the council. So you can use it or not. It is a resource for you. If you have your own way of keeping track, we are not telling you how to do it. This is just a resource for you to
You
utilize.
should do one of these.
You're talking to the popcorn person as well, so.
Okay, we'll put that on the list.
Yeah, that would be good for individual.
Pam, I'm pretty sure I made one of those and shared it this year.
Did you? Well, can you go ahead and put it back on the Facebook page, please? It
Yeah,
probably
it's
got-
gonna be outdated because the prices are gonna change next year.
Right.
Okay, yeah, well, that's true.
We'll
We're
make the
not, we're not
updated.
sure what company we're going with next
You
year
don't-
either.
What I posted, it's still up there.
Okay,
Rather than like those used,
All right, so if you want to know where to find all these goodies for the camp cards, if you go to just our Tidewater BSA page, you go right here to menu. You're gonna see supporting scouting. And right here, 2023 camp card sales. And then it's gonna bring you right to this page, which we have already uploaded everything except for this PowerPoint, because we didn't want any surprises before we gave it. And then we will actually upload within the next 48 hours, this resource that we're recording tonight for you is all. So if you have people that would like to watch it in your unit, it's gonna be on here. So everything is right here. You're gonna see the camp card guide. That is a big pamphlet you've got, which actually has all the forms attached to it. But we've also attached them right here individually, so you don't have to pull the guide up every time. If you just want a specific form, it's right there for you.
we are on a 5-second delay, so if anybody cusses, you will mute them, right? Andrew, do not. Okay.
There we go. He is now.
Okay, there we go. Smart woman. All right, so where are we on the
Yep.
screen, on the slides? So yes, we have some tools for you to make your life a little bit easier. Like I said, this is going to be the easiest fundraiser you guys do. So it is up to you to decide when you want scouts to check in with the amount you give them. Scouts may have the best intentions of selling, and life gets in the way, and they're sitting on 30 camp cards, and you might want to redistribute. Maybe it's at a PAC meeting that you have them check in with what they've got and drop money off with you. And then you get up to with the DE at district roundtable. So however you guys want to do that, just don't let it get away from you, because there will be some units. We looked at what we sold last year, and we scaled back on what we ordered because there was money that we spent that we didn't use. Okay, so there is a limited amount of camp cards right now. We have a week and a half once we decide, we want to order in the quantity until we can get more in. So if you're sitting on camp cards, please let your DE know, shuffle them back off to him so he can redistribute it. Okay, yes, sir.
I have a few questions. One is for payments, do you guys take cash, or, because I'm assuming the money is not going to be as big as the popcorn if you want checks.
How do you guys want it?
We prefer checks. It's just easier to maintain and have a tracking. That way you have yours, as well as we'll give you a receipt when you turn it in.
Then other question is, like popcorn, if we're selling the stuff and we get donations, I know the rule of popcorn, what do we do with donations for camp cards?
So there's no set policy with this. So it is to discretion of the unit what happens to any donations. I would say that would be the
And that
answer
may
right now.
change in the future, but for this year,
Donations and donations.
The donation's a donation at this point, we're not really expecting, if you're going door to door, I really am not expecting a whole lot of donations like you would if you're sitting outside of Lowe's. So this is kind of, not really been looked at too much. So,
I know one unit that we had actually decided to give to our fire departments and ambulance and so forth. So they went out, and some people said, if you want to buy an extra one, they would buy an extra one and they would take it and give it to our frontline workers too. I mean, there's ways you can try and promote more sales to make this beneficial as well. Takes a little monitoring on your part that, they actually turn those in, and you can hand them off to the right people.
Mhm.
There's different techniques you can do to get more sales out of this.
absolutely. All right, I think we're good. Any other questions on that? Where to find it? You guys good with that? Okay. All right, so this is the fun part. I love prizes for people. Okay, we do have a prize program this year. All right,
Oh, wow.
all right, so it is not going to be camper ships. Okay, it is going to be entries to get an Oculus. Okay, it is going to be, so first of all, you sell 10 camp cards, you get a patch. Okay. You sell 50, you receive a movie ticket. I know movie tickets are kind of popular with popcorn, so we are doing it once again, and another entry ticket. Okay, so every 25 increments, you will get another entry ticket for the Oculus. Okay, 75, you're going to get a $25 Amazon card and another entry. Okay, and then if you go up to 100, it will be an entry, 125 an entry. Okay. Okay, so I think I explained that pretty well. Let's move on from there. Okay, this is kind of important. This will earn another entry for your top seller. This will cause competition amongst your sellers in your unit, okay? We need you to check in with your district executive by April 1st. That is the Council Pinewood Derby date. That's going to hit a lot of the packs. You're going to be there anyway, okay? What we mean by check in is you can either drop off money then and tell them how many outstanding cards you still have, which is fine. We just kind of want to get a pulse as to what's happening with this sale, okay? If you, some units are sitting on a lot of tickets and other ones need it, we may ask you to, you know, things that you're not selling, maybe you can shift them over to another unit, okay? The goal at the end is not to sit on a lot of camp cards and to sell a lot of camp cards so these kids can go off to camp, okay? So by April 1st, if you check in, now with the troops, you're not going to be going to Pinewood Derby. Get up with the district executive before then and give that information, and you will get one more entry for your current top seller. Okay, so if Tommy's the one who's leading the way, Tommy's going to get another entry. Okay, does that make sense?
Only for the one top seller.
One top seller. That's going to make everybody in your unit try to get that because they'll get one more chance to get that Oculus. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, this is the other thing. You need to be paid in full by June 14th for your entries to count. That one top seller one will count. Okay, but all the other ones that have earned up to this point, we're waiting to dump them all in, but we need you to be paid in full. Okay. Kind of like popcorn with the prizes. Once the unit's paid in full, then they get their prizes. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. All right. So let's see. I believe in fundraising because I really think it helps a scout be comfortable with themselves. I believe in getting involved with the public. They're going to be doing public speaking in school. They can earn, as it says at the bottom, towards a salesman merit badge. I have seen kids who have been hiding behind their parents at sales booths come out 2 hours later like a showman, okay, a showwoman, okay? So I think it's really great also when they go to do their Eagle project, they're presenting their project, they're having people buy into what they're doing, they're leading a team. All these things are just with the community, and it's a communication skill that you learn. So I believe in fundraising. Some people can go ahead and write a check, and I think that's great, but I think they still need to go ahead and do something in front of the public to get comfortable, okay? Let's see. Okay. I'm sure Scout families understand they're not just selling, they're selling character, better community. Emphasize every card sold helps the scout go to camp. And I said the merit badge. Okay. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is identify a camp card chair. Okay. And basically the camp card chair is just going to keep records and distribute camp cards. Okay. Keep records, distribute camp cards, and make sure that it's paid off in time. Okay, it's not going to be a very hard job. You can make it as easy or as hard as you want to make it. You know, like I said, if you want to do it during PAC meetings, that's when all the transactions happen. That might be easy. But it should be, I would say the easiest thing is to have it in one person's hands, the cards and the money, because then it's a, oh, I dropped it off with so-and-so. Well, I didn't get it, you know, and it's just one of those things. You don't want to have two popcorn kennels. You just want to have one to deal with everything. So I recommend that. Okay, so each card, the cool thing about these cards is if you go on vacation, I never go on vacation, but for all of you who go on vacation, you can go ahead and access the national part of the camp card. So like it says on here, over 500,000 offers by going to bsacampcard.com. And then you put in the area code of where you're going. Like I'll go to Chicago, right? So, and it says all of the offers in Chicago, and you've got 5 choices. I mean, you get 5 with this camp card. So if you're going to Chicago and you want to use one, you're going to St. Louis, you can use another one over there, but you get 5 with your camp card. So that's pretty cool. So there's an access number on your card. You enter that in, and then that opens it up to your world of fun. Okay.
And make sure if you take a picture of this and share it with people, that is on that card.
Yeah,
So
you
like
don't
if
want to do
somebody
that.
gets that access code, it's
Mhm.
specific to every single card. So
Mhm.
make sure you block it out if you're sharing it on social media.
Mhm. And that's on the back though. So with the code.
You know, the code's on the front, on the
Okay.
bright yellow side.
Okay. Okay, so up until December 31st. So there it is up there.
But to that point, the side that they want to see if you're trying to advertise is the side without the code, because that's where all the discounts are.
Yeah.
That side just says how much it is. It doesn't with the code. So if you're posting on social media, that side's fine.
I'm sorry, can you explain that just one more time? Because I think I've got it, but maybe if I
Okay.
talk back, then I
So
understand.
you get all the local offers on the card.
And then when I can use that access code for 5 remote one-time use.
Yep.
Yes.
There's over
Perfect.
500,000 businesses that are on there
Choose wise.
nationwide.
This is literally powered by Entertainment Book, and we all remember the Entertainment Books of yore, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Everybody had to go to band camp or something.
Can you go to the previous slide real quick? Yes.
I'm sorry,
Previous slide.
that one or the previous.
That one or the other one?
The one before that, sorry.
This has got
Yes,
some-
I just wanted to double check. Okay, thank you.
Are they good online? Do they have any questions? Anybody that's gotten online during this recording, please put in your name and unit number so we can, there's something that will come at the end. We want to make sure you get in on. Okay. As with anything, safety is key. Okay. So when you go to some place, you want to make sure that they're selling with an adult. There's 2 scouts that can go to the door if you want, but you want to make sure that there's an adult in view of the scouts. You never enter anybody's home. Okay, just a good rule of thumb to never do that. Never sell after dark unless you're with an adult. Don't carry large amounts of cash. If you find that you're getting cash for things and you're close to your home, drop some off at your home or lock it up in your car. So easy these days with crime. Okay. Always walk on the sidewalk and driveway. Please tell your scouts not to be walking across somebody's grass. That really irks people. I don't care, but it irks a lot of other people. So,
Andrew was on here.
Huh?
Andrew.
Always double check big bills. I guess if you have one of those little, that would be worthwhile getting. You might want to tell, where do you get those at? Like the dollar store? Can you get them there? Okay,
Yeah.
you might want to do that.
Hold it up to light, look for the strip.
Yeah. Be careful of dogs while selling. Okay. That's always good rule of thumb. Say thank you, whether or not the prospective person buys a camp card. More than less, if they, if they say they're not interested and you say thank you very much and you walk away or have a great day, yeah, you never know, but it's always nice for your scout to be polite. So regardless. Okay. All right. So the final payment is due in full by June 14th. Okay. The drawing will be, must be received by 5 p.m. Okay, we must receive the entries by 5 p.m. on Thursday. So you can drop them off with your DE. Okay, however you guys want to do that. And scouts may enter multiple times. The winner must authorize the use of their name, image, and testimonial in future promotions. So if we want to promote the camp card and say this was our top seller for the, we can go ahead and list the top 5 sellers in the council, which would be fun. Again, that's good stuff for the kids. But once again, it needs to be paid in full in order for them to be entered into that Oculus competition. Okay.
One card is 2 dozen eggs.
There you go. There you go. That's one way to look at it. Okay, so learn about the camp card sale. You're already there. Okay. Sign up to get the camp cards, and I'll pass around the contract. Okay.
Just one per unit. So if you have multiple people here.
Yeah, we only need 1 per unit. So is there any multiple people from the same unit here?
Right here, but I'll take it.
Okay. All right, we'll pass it down. Okay. Get you guys 3.
That's fine. You can want to put that on the table and hand
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just use a unit all together. And then have a pack, right, girls trip and the boys card, put a scout. As part of the unit, to sell
I-
cards and then.
Even other instances, units are probably separate contracts.
Every unit.
Yeah.
We have not, I've not talked about that, but let's read the question.
Okay.
You're doing the back end to.
Girls trip, boys trip.
So,
She needs another one. She has 3 units.
Okay. so
She
if a,
needs 2 more because she's got 3 units.
okay, so if a unit does not want to sell camp cards, but a scout does, how do you want to deal with that?
If you have a representative of the unit signing off, agreeing to be liable for these camp cards and knowing that they need to be returned, we would encourage the unit to participate as a whole, but if a leader within there agrees to sign off on them and get them, we do not have an issue with that. Your unit will be liable for that as the representative of that unit.
All right, so what I'm passing out here is the scout sales report, a hard copy of it for you guys. All right, okay, so you guys can fill it out tonight, that'd be great. If you fill it out tonight, we can give you your camp cards tonight. If you want to think about it, you can get back to your DE and you can coordinate getting the camp cards at the round table. So that'll be in about,
I'll address them on there too.
yes. So for those of you out in Zoom land, you can go ahead and send in the contract to your DE. Just go ahead and scan it and send it in to him, and we will coordinate getting you cards at round table. Good?
So if you can't be at round table, you just need to make arrangements with the
Yes.
district executive.
Okay. So the other fun little thing is we don't want your scouts to wait to go ahead and get their raffle tickets. Okay, so what we've got here is your drive for 25 achiever tickets. Okay, so once they go ahead and get up to 25, have them fill out one of these. Okay, you can just have them sign it on here. That might be the easiest way instead of having all these little papers flying around. And then once it gets filled up, you can hang on to it. And then when you pay in full, just hand it to your DE. We'll cut them out, we'll put them in, and we'll pick one out. Okay, that might be the easiest way to do it. We will verify what's been paid as far as how many tickets are in the raffle. So, it needs to equal that amount. It's not a raffle, it's a drawing.
Door prize.
Door prize.
Drawing, yeah,
Raffle is a naughty word.
yeah.
Yes, okay. So, so you guys feel free to make copies of these as you need to.
And this is on the website as well, so you'll have access to it.
And you have 2? All right.
One more thing.
Okay, what else do we got? What other goodies? Okay, so here's the big thing. So raise your hand if you are representing a unit. We only want 1 representative per unit. Okay, you are getting a free camp card today. So can we keep her going? There you go. And you got food over there too, you need. I'm not getting home. So.
My unit.
Anybody have questions?
That you can give me the check slide.
Yeah,
I
you
mean, I
can
know
do
it's $200 there.
Yeah, I know.
Here is hand raised.
What's
Question in
that
the room?
question?
Shay has a question.
Do you want to come unmuted, Shop?
Shay.
That's fine, feel free to take me.
Where's she go? She had a question. Oh, wait, she's down here. She's there, but she's still muted, so I don't know. Look in the chat.
Is there any
Check.
questions online?
And if you're online and you put your name and you're the representative of your unit, you will receive the card as well. Maybe that was gonna be the question.
Coordinate that.
Yeah,
I have a question.
yes.
Okay, so on Facebook, we have a Tidewater, we have district popcorn kernel pages.
Mm,
Are we re-tagging the kernel page to a camp card coordinator page, or is
There won't be any transfers. Any transfers need to be done through the DE because we have no way of keeping track of that.
Sure.
So in last year, it just wasn't in place to be able to keep good
I can't
records
speak
of.
for last year, but on your contract, you're gonna see this year, you're signing off tonight on how many cards you get.
Yeah.
So that's what you're accountable for. And we are keeping these contracts here, so any changes will stay within us as the DEs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you need to make changes, it really's got to go through your DE. We will have more stock if that's the situation you need it. That's where you need a paper portion of it, and we would be glad to give you more cards.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe less to do unit-to-unit transfers, but create the demand signal that, hey, I'm short on cards. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're not asking for
I
the
would,
transfer.
I would
just a
contact your
flag.
DE and he can keep tabs of who needs cards. So when cards are turned in, he can just shuffle. them
Well,
right off.
I think what he's saying is you encourage units that are sitting on excess cards to turn them back in.
Yeah.
I
So
mean-
there can be self-policing without unit-to-unit transfer.
I mean, I don't see any reason that we couldn't use those channels as a means that, because it's most likely the same type of person that's going to be running and keeping an eye on it anyway.
Yeah.
So to signal, hey, guys, if you got extra, turn it in. I don't see any reason not to.
I'm agnostic to it. I just want to know if no, because I need to know if I need to turn on that channel again.
So
because
we'll
I can
discuss
do
that as a committee, and if so, we've got everybody's email. We'll shoot out an email and let you know if we're creating that page.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, the goal of this is not to have too many hands in the pot, to make sure that we're not losing, 20 of your camp cards in the mix, and we just want to make sure that everything's getting shuffled off to the DEs and that they giving you good records and they're on the same page and, that kind of thing. But yeah, we'll talk about that. Anything else?
Somebody would like you to go back over the price.
Okay, so the prizes, the first 10 cards that are sold, the scout qualifies for a patch. It's a really cool patch. Don't know what it looks like yet, but I'm sure it's going to be cool. Yes, yes, it will have probably camping on it of some sort. But patches are patches. Kids like that kind of stuff. So
We could probably-
that hopefully will promote the $25 or 25 card level, which will be the movie ticket and the entry again. Yes, so then they get one of those little tickets. And like I said, if you want to go ahead and just fill it out and they know they've got it, or if you want to collect them, whatever's going to be the easiest process for you, so you don't lose them by the end.
This is for when they sell 10.
No, they will get a patch when they sell 25. That's that one. Every 25 increment, they'll get a raffle. Yeah, the patch is the only thing. Yeah. Okay.
It's them.
Yeah. So then at 50 is, can you go back to that screen?
Movie
please?
ticket.
Thank
All right,
you.
Somebody was wanting to see the.
Wait, 25 was an entry, 50 was a movie ticket and an entry.
Yeah. And then
75 is
is-
Amazon and an entry. Yes. Okay. So as soon as you find out that your scout, how do we want to do the movie tickets, getting those out and that
It's gonna be,
The end.
at the end.
at the very end?
It'll be at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, we just
Or
need to
when you
make
said
sure.
loud, you say you're
Kind of
done
like how you guys did popcorn.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
at the end.
Now, you may decide, halfway through that your scouts aren't selling, and that's fine. Just go ahead and we'll just make sure our numbers match and everything, and then we'll go ahead and award the prizes, and at the end, they'll be entered into the
Not round.
Door prize.
door prize. Thank you, yes.
Recognition thingy-majig.
Do not use the R word. Okay, so, so I think, so I'm hoping that with the entries, then
Online,
what
I
they-
wanted to see the actual Virginia card. So
Okay.
there is
Oh, that's
the
cool.
backside
Yeah,
of the
top
Virginia.
and
Yep,
I want to see the.
that's right near here. So anytime you're here, you can
Mhm.
bring me a pizza.
they're right down the street here, and they're really good. I fly, that's awesome. Mhm.
Appreciate it.
Ours has eaten for coffee.
That is unlimited, so you can Junior Frosty it up anytime.
Wow, that's worth the $10 right there.
I get $10.
10 visits, Frosties. Okay, there you go. All right, anybody else have any questions?
I will show the North Carolina card for anybody that
Okay.
would,
Go North Carolina card. Woo.
Oh, Shay raised her hand because she wanted her card.
I know, I figured that's why I showed that. I said that.
Does anybody have any contracts to turn in? I'll grab those right now.
Here is the North Carolina card, if anybody is interested in that one.
Oh, okay, that has more stuff on it. JJB.
Yeah, it's actually got a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah,
So
it has-
the Virginia Beach and the iFly are in Virginia Beach, but it's just. North Carolina has an expectation where you drive farther than.
North Carolina businesses are on there as well.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, once we're done taking any other questions, we're gonna go ahead and divide up by district. We will go ahead and, hand out however many cards you want. Now, what we've done is we've taken the membership numbers from your last recharter, not this one. And we said roughly 5 cards per scout. Now, we know not every scout is gonna sell, so you will have extra. But we have, like I said, limited amount of cards this year as to try to cut back on some of the costs of it. So we don't want to go ahead and have the cards if we can't sell them. Okay, so,
These are last year's numbers.
we've got your recharge numbers.
Is-
And if you think you need less than that, like if it equals up 500, and you're like, I'm not too sure about that, feel free to take less. Okay, that's fine.
We want to address them because they don't really have to watch everybody get their
Yes.
cards.
Okay, so if you can go to the Tidewater Council, the website there, and click on the contract, fill that out and send it to your DE. For Virginia Beach, that would be Wes Sherman
Or Rich.
or Rich. For for Albemarle, it's gonna be Christy Cooper. For Bayside, it's gonna be Matt Russell. And for Three Rivers, it's gonna be Bill Lawrence. So, and once they get that from you, go to the round table and we can have the cards there. And if that doesn't work, please email them that you need some help getting your cards. So you guys online are good to go. You can't have any food because you're there, and you can't have any tickets because you're there. Bring your
Well-
cards.
We'll make a plate for you and just leave it in here.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
that's probably at the counter for your chicken nuggets.
What, this is address, not my address, or the address where we, charter organization.
What do you want for the address?
I just want